Well, the thing is, when sorrow actually hits grief, strength, and Christ, and what's the Christ-like response? What is the actual response, right? The thing is in life, Jesus wept. 11:35. There were basically um, some big things in that around reality. Human. Let's just talk about this shared, beautiful human reality. The human reality is every person in this room, in this Zoom, is going to experience grief, sadness, and frustration. That's normal. Anyone listening has once experienced or is going to experience it. And even our family members, okay, are going to one day are going to stand at a graveside. Everyone here has visited a gravesite. It's just the way it goes. We all visited one, and one day we're going to be in the grave. Or maybe Jesus comes back sooner, and we don't have to deal with that. But that would be pretty cool. But likelihood is we're going to be in the grave. So we also grieve by witnesses, the loss of others, and societal decay. So would you guys agree, everyone listening here and the recording as well, that there is a lot of decay and injustice and a lot of unspoken pain? There's just the world. There's just unspoken pain. People we care about, there's just unspoken pain that exists. And what we believe about those types of moments are going to determine who we are in relationship to it, and also it's our opportunity to witness to those we care about. So there was Jesus at the tomb. Jesus at the tomb of Lazarus, what's a beautiful thing. He knew going into it he would raise him. He knew. Yet why did he weep? Why did he actually still weep when he knew it'd all be okay? Well, that's our God. Because it doesn't harden it; it actually steps into it. So I used to be like, oh, let's just avoid the pain. No, no, no. Step into it, but don't become it. He felt grief and that sadness as a witness, not just as a family. So he fully immersed himself in it. It's not a weakness, not at all. Okay? When we feel grief, it's not a collapse. It's a deep sorrow, sadness, but stayed mission ready. That's what Christ did. That's what our God did. He was still mission ready, but he still felt the grief anyway. So our compassion can be powerful without becoming a casualty. I used to think that, when someone's going through something, it was this kind of, I had to suffer with them and stay down there with them, but then never leave it and become a casualty right next to them. That's not how it works, not at all. In fact, here's what we can learn from how Christ actually responds. Okay, Christ, he showed up, but he didn't actually avoid the pain. He showed up. Okay, he entered their emotion. Oh, sorry, my bad. Christ, what typically we do is we show up and then didn't avoid the pain. But what he did is he entered their emotion and he did weep. He entered it. And that's what I find actually works best with people is to enter the emotion with them and weep. He moved from grief to action. So when there's someone that's suffering or a friend in loss that's going through something, which happens, we are the forward observer, close enough to assess, but calm enough to actually call and help. I know some friends here, some people here are in medical and stuff. They gotta stay present enough to actually help and be there. They can't get wrapped up too much into it. So things like this, I'm here and I'm not leaving. That's enough. That's all we need. I'm here, but I'm not leaving. That's what someone wants to hear. That's what's Christ-like. You're not alone. I'll carry these communications while you're down. I'll look after you. I see soldiers and things like that in moments of turmoil, and that's what happens. They look after their brothers. You don't have to talk. You just know you're covered. It's okay. Sit near them. There's nothing to fix. There's no platitudes. We can just bring them food, handle logistics, minimize cognitive load. There are wonderful people that are listening to this that have just literally done that for people. Just looked after them. Handle the load. Bringing them food. Look after them. And those are Christ-like attributes. We just watch for shock. And basically, this is not a emotional or spiritual shutdown. So our God is close to the brokenhearted. And just know that. That's actually a promise. So those of you that are dealing with people that might be going through challenges or turmoil, just trust that it's written that God is actually close to them. And that's how it works.